Hello, GM guys. What's up? How are you doing today? Paper hands, did you take any trades or like just staying flat? Yeah, I think a lot of people are just waiting. I took some trades over the weekend, but like my timing was pretty shit, so just got stopped out. Like I was in this long, right? Oh no, actually not in this one. I was in, let's find it, in this long. Yeah, like just one liquidation sweep too early, and like would be at full TP by Sunday. For today I'm just like waiting for shorts. I took a small short with here, like just on London session, market sold and like stop loss on the highs. But looking at the liquidation heat map, I think we can pump on New York Open and then dump. Like basically, if we look at the liquidation heat map, right, there's some liquidity above, and short term most liquidity is to the downside. So like I would wait if New York can like pump a little bit, like maybe New York opens basically in 15 minutes. If we get like a quick push up, I would play this short, and I would expect like a rejection to take out these lows and maybe even these lows. That's basically the plan for today, to go short on Bitcoin. And same thing you could do with Ethereum. Basically both, you could like maybe just like market enter like this, but just because Bitcoin has a little bit liquidity above, similar as last Thursday when price just pumped and then nuked to take out all the lows. I would look for something similar today. For the short, I'm not sure. Something like 116 to 350, because like the liquidation are like basically here. I would probably just wait for price to push up and like see if we're gonna nuke down or like keep pushing, and then I would enter. Because let's say and also New York didn't sweep any lows, right? You have Asia, London and New York session, so to me it makes sense for New York to pump, take out London and Asia, and then we can reject and go for the lows, and ideally all the other lows. Yeah, you also have a small OB that was actually tested already here. So if we get one more push, you also have a higher time frame POC here at 117k, almost 118 actually, but I don't think we're gonna push that far today. I would look for something like this. So either you place your limit just above the Asia session highs and like target here or here, and like your stop loss can be, let's say, 1% wide, right, or something like this. So that's basically your setup number 1. And your setup number 2, it's the same thing, just a little bit differently. Like you wait for the price to pump here, and that should take the local liquidity, and you wait for a rejection, right? And then you just like enter like this. And then it's up to you if you want to use the same stop loss like above this box, or like just on the highs and you target the same lows. That's the plan. So yeah, I was also looking at Solana longs like for here, because this kind of looks like 1 2 3 4 5, right? Something like this. But I would take Solana tomorrow, not today, ideally, because you wanna be short on Monday, like statistically speaking, and long Tuesday. Yeah, I also think we reject here, but like maybe we get a quick week up, same as last Thursday. But let's go on a fresh chart. That's something I was looking at today, actually. So this is basically since the April bottom, every expansion up on Bitcoin, right? At least every meaningful expansion. And what I noticed, like you get weekend lows each time, and like either weekend lows stay safe here, or here they were swept, here also. So yeah, on some occasions we get a low during the weekend and price just keeps pumping from that, and on other occasions, like let's say this is the low on the weekend, on Monday we get a quick flush and then just up only, right? And each move after that is like about 10%. So basically I would observe Bitcoin here if we get something similar. So maybe the weekend low stays untouched and we get a small dip, and tomorrow we trade higher and maybe get that 10% pump, or like we get a quick flush and then we just pump up. That would be like something to observe if we are due for another all-time high, or Bitcoin maybe topped already. So 10 minutes till New York open. And also like this weekend and into the Monday, you could play the weekend framework I posted about a few times. So basically your weekend started around here, right? And Sunday was like choppy, Saturday, sorry, was choppy and created a low here. So this was the low on Saturday, and the idea of the weekend framework is that Sunday doesn't make a new low, so that's what happened. You have like equal lows here, and like Sunday just keeps going up and makes a new high over the weekend. So yeah, I did a mistake, like entering too fast and having my stop loss like this. But like another option to enter on Sunday, let's say early Sunday, like you just put your stop loss on the Saturday low and you target some liquidity above, right? And you could be at 2R on a trade. And the other thing, like you have a Sunday high, a weekend high, and Monday already swept that. So you have a sweep here, and your next target is below the weekend lows basically. So that's something I would look for, because you have the lows here and here. So in my opinion, like either New York pumps up and goes down, or we're just going to go down from here. What do you guys think? Do we get a sweep of upper liquidity on New York or no? Because like there is some liquidity right here. And we also have liquidity like just a little bit higher, and there is more to the downside, basically like this. You think no sweep? Down to 113k. So that's where to, yeah, basically to take out the lower liquidity first, right? Yeah, that makes sense as well. I mean, it's kind of a guessing game because you have liquidity below and above. So like, it's up to you how you wanna play it here. I took a small short. I didn't post nothing about it because I felt like it's too 50-50. I took this one, so basically, but like, if we get a proper setup, I will post like this one. If we get a quick pump up. So like either you just enter with stops somewhere above, or you wait for a sweep. Are you guys interested in any altcoins and stuff? Like we can also check that. I saw some altcoins like gave up all the gains, like Pengu. That was pretty ugly. I mean, it bounced up, but like the entire pump just got erased totally, and probably we are going to feel the week here. Let's check also total and TOTAL3. That's important in my opinion. So let's see from the last update. So before the crash, right? The last update I posted, So yeah, like I was looking for a TOTAL3 for altcoins to get above previous all-time highs, right? So this box I marked out here, and like we got 2 SFPs basically, 2 times TOTAL3 just failed to get above the box. And like from last week I posted that it's likely we sweep these highs, and if TOTAL3 can like sweep the highs but start climbing above, altcoins will probably be pretty bullish. But like we got all the Trump bullshit, and like we just got a massive nuke, and like all the support just like broke. So let's clean the chart up. Like on a weekly, TOTAL3 has a pretty massive week to the downside, and if we look at 50% week fill, that would be basically at 900 billion, right? So let's mark this. So I think November might be bullish for altcoins, or like not as bullish that altcoins are going to make new all-time highs, but like we may get 50% bumps or something like that in November. But like for now, at least looking at the TOTAL3 chart, I see a possibility maybe we get a fast nuke to fill the week and then we move up. So that's option number 1. And option number 2 is like we just get like slow, choppy move to the downside, and eventually this week gets filled, at least partially, and then maybe we can form the low and TOTAL3 moves up. But honestly, I am, after seeing how altcoins just nuked like 70% even SUI like on Friday, I'm not sure if this chart has all-time highs in it. Like maybe something like this, and we get a lower high and like just grinds lower. What do you guys think about TOTAL3? Can we get a push to all-time highs, or like we probably just see lower from here eventually? Because like so far no trend line broke, so it's still looking somewhat decent. And Total, in my opinion, just because Bitcoin is holding it up, looks way better. Is holding and building a range above last year's highs. So this was the target for a local top, and the next one would be at like 4.8 to 5.1 trillion. And on weekly, yeah, we could also fill 50% of the week, but on daily it actually looks much better in my opinion. Bitcoin is pumping. So we are probably going for the upper liquidity, right? Okay. And I closed my small short like around break even. So now I'm just going to wait for this one. See if we get a good trade here. I think we also have like a golden pocket somewhere around here in the box. Okay, and if we go in 15 minutes, okay. Okay, Bitcoin still has to go up to take out the liquidity, and I would expect a reversal to the downside after. Let's see. Yep, sweeping London highs and next Asia. Basically, most of the liquidity ends at what, 116, yeah, about at 117. So maybe we just place a limit here. Let me just post the trade. So the stop loss, yeah. Okay, let's just hope H4 doesn't just nuke back down. And Ethereum should have like, yeah, similar setup. We also have like FUG that was like partially filled here. So this would be the trade for Ethereum if Bitcoin can push up and not just nuke now. Are you guys looking at any altcoin setups, or like everyone is traumatized from the Friday dip? Yeah, I think let's track that. 300. Okay. So yeah, this would be the short setup, but honestly, like, if we can just, even here it's like 2.5 R, so that's pretty good to me. Like we could probably nuke down here, so that's like 5 R setup. And yeah, probably Solana does something similar. If we also zoom out, right, so my expectation is that today, Monday, we have a pivot down, target some lows here, and on Tuesday we will take out some lows and get a pivot up, and either we get a pivot above Monday high and you can play like Monday range, or lower high and we eventually go for the lows. And on Thursday you probably want a short. So that's my plan for this week. Okay. So Bitcoin is going to scam dump now or what? That's pretty annoying. So I'm gonna set limit at 116,300. Okay, so limit is set. Now I just hope like Bitcoin has enough strength to pump there. And Ethereum, Ethereum actually looks like a market entry short. Honestly, because On 30 minutes this looks pretty shit to me. H1 a little bit better, but I don't know. It's also possible like price will just go down and not take upper liquidity. Wouldn't be surprised after last Friday probably like a lot of people gave up or like are so tired of the market. Like we get smaller movements and stuff, like less people involved in trading. Honestly, maybe something like this. What do you guys think? Do we fill the limit short or we're front running? Yeah, well, we're pushing again. I mean, it's also valid to put stop loss like just above Asia highs, like highs of the day. But you could argue, right, you have weekend highs here. This sweep is like pretty tiny, right? We could get like a proper sweep and then move down. So, I mean, right now doesn't look too bad, right? Doesn't look too bad. Okay. Yeah, so just to finish my total market cap thoughts. Like as long as total can hold like around 3.8 trillion, we can like just move sideways and eventually I think we can get another high. Maybe we're working on like three drives here, like August high, one high in October, and we may get like one in November or December. That would like speak to Bitcoin and Ethereum probably making all-time highs, and altcoins can like just die or something. Ethereum, I am looking for a swing long, like a little bit lower. Not this one. So basically, Ethereum, you could say we have a H12 OB here, and if we zoom in, so if we zoom in, like it looks like a demand on H4 as well. What's wrong with this music? So yeah, like guys, just let me set up something else for the background music. I'll be pretty annoyed if Bitcoin doesn't feel this short setup, to be honest. So yeah, Ethereum, like you also have H4 OB here. So like just on a higher time frame, I would long around 3,800, let's say, and like you can put stop loss on the Friday week, and I would target like 5k to 5.5k, and that would be like 3-hour setup. And like maybe you start with set percentage. If we maybe like come down, test the OB, like we could also sweep the weekend lows, and you can DCA. Like the plan would be for Ethereum to end up higher eventually. What do you guys think for Ethereum? Can we see 5k plus in Q4, or like Ethereum is cooked? Yeah, well, I mean, one possibility is that like the Friday crash was like just to reset the liquidity on leverage, and like we just go up now. Like they just liquidated everyone and they filled their like orders on Pico bottoms, and now they just want a nice move up, because like Bitcoin actually doesn't look that bad, to be honest, on daily. Just altcoins look fucked, but they are like worthless, right? So we're getting scammed or what here? Yeah, we don't have much longer with Bitcoin in a cycle, but like Bitcoin can do a 10% move, right, in like a week. Like, I mean, just look at last week, for example. Like, it went from what, 109 to new all-time high. Like what, 8 days, 15%. We can have like 2 weeks of such price action in November. You know, and we could still end up higher. Something like this, maybe, I don't know. Because like last November, things moved pretty fast when the time was right. And in January, stuff also crashed pretty fast. Okay, so probably this is the setup for today. It's also a bit tricky, like, because Coinbase nuked only to 107, and Bybit actually went deeper, so I'm not really sure what chart to use for TA. Uh, 201 basically. Because there's also, let's see, a golden pocket somewhere. Yeah, here basically. Just a little bit above entry, right? Taking the Friday high on New York pump just before the nuke, and like using Coinbase lows. We have a golden pocket, like just at the liquidity sweep, a little bit higher, but should be fine in my opinion. Let's just check out the liquidity again. So yeah, it's same place. Yeah, so pretty much I would like to see Bitcoin push up and then like reject fast. So it's pretty obvious what's happening. Like that's like kinda at the golden pocket, right? And you can see the liquidity after that kinda fades. So something like this would be the plan. Yeah, you too. Okay guys, so thanks for joining the Monday stream. Tomorrow I'll be live for the New York session again probably. And like yeah, this is the short I'm waiting to take today. Like, you can see the setup here. Depends on your exchange, like it could be $100 higher or lower, but like that's pretty much it. And tomorrow I will look for a long on Bitcoin and like maybe take Solana. And Ethereum I would like to get a swing long, something like that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Enjoy your day guys and see you later. Bye bye.